So good morning everyone. Let's continue our class. So good morning all of you. Let's continue our class. Now see what is socialization process. See, social world socialization process. What is meant by socialization process is social world and children's. So in which the teachers and the parents and the peer groups which everyone is involved in it. Every society has its own codes of conducting, the rules, regulations, norms, values, languages, rules, and standards. So different kinds of peoples have their different set of rules, regulations. For example, just like in schools also, we are going to have some of the state boards. The state boards, they are having different kinds of rules, and for CBSE there are some different kinds of rules which are already set in a group. So those who are watching this video, uh, so if you like the video, please do subscribe to our channel and share it to your friends. uh, those who are interested in teaching field, getting into the teaching field. So I'm going to conduct the live sessions and I'm going to upload all the question papers which are with me from the from the last past 10 years question papers I have. So I'll upload all the question papers definitely without any fail. I'll try to bring all the live classes as soon as possible. Now see, the process of internalization or adapting and accept norms and ideology. So different kinds of people are having different kind of mentality and different kinds of ideas. Those ideas are internalization which we have to, so some they implement that we have to adapt it in our life, in our daily norms. Lifelong process functions. So this is a socialization process which is a lifelong processes which is going to continue with our human world. And there are two types of levels we are having. One is infants, one is include parental. Infants is nothing but the objects which are includes is nothing but the parent group, peer group, as well as teachers. We teachers, parents who are involved in all these things. Yes. So wait a minute, let me make it straight first of all. I think everyone able to see it. Yes. Now see, the socialization begins at a birth or shortly thereafter to death. So this is a process which we are going to this is a process which is going to start from the birth till the death of a human life. So features of the socialization include basic discipline, so which has to come from the parents itself, parents. The child, most of the child, they can able to do themselves. Most of the students, they can able to do themselves with anything they need. So most of the times in the schools, the teachers, they used to inform the student how to be in the discipline, not in the early stages, but later on they will know how to be uh, respected our elders, how to behave in the class, how to be what we call talk to each other, how to talk to our lower one and higher one. So those who are seeing the videos, please do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you can able to get the all the new videos of the live classes, especially which are related to CTet and TET examinations. So don't forget to click the subscribe button and share to your friends those who are interested in teaching field, and do like this video compulsory, so that it will gives me the boost, that so that I can upload more videos and content from the child development and pedagogy to bring near to you. So please do like this video compulsory and subscribe to our channel. Yes, which are the agents of socialization? One is primary agent. Primary agent is nothing but family members who are there, the parents, the grandparents, the relatives, and everyone, those who are near and dear to the uh, child. Second one is secondary stage, which comes under secondary stage, which comes under education, peer group, legal, language, media, age. So these are the secondary agents. The secondary agents are nothing but the education which is given by the school, the peer group, so the friend circle or the members who are there near to them. The third one is the legal languages, the regularly which we use it, that is called as basic mother tongue language. And the media is nothing but the social media or the media itself. And the religion, different kinds of people are having different kinds of religions, so we cannot tell that we, we have to respect the religions those who are in. The second one is the see active agency. Who are the active agencies which we are going to work in the socialization? Is the first one itself is the family. The family is the moral support of the child entire through the life. In the entire life process, the first active agency is the family, and the second active agency is the peer group. Then they come to the teachers. The students are going to see very less time in the school or in the college. So up to the stage of grade 10 and grade 12, they are going to see the teachers, of course, more than half of the sessions. Next, the process of socialization is called process of assimilation. Process of socialization is called process of assimilation. Actually, what is meant by socialization? We keep on going on the same thing. What is meant by socialization process? What does it mean by? Very simple. In simple method, we'll elaborate this one. What is meant by socialization? The process by which it is going to taught, which we are going to use in our daily life process, generally by adapting the domain, norms, patterns, and behavior. So don't think that I am going to explain only in English. So I am going to explain in Telugu and other religious languages also కంపల్సరీ. సో తెలుగులో ఒకటంగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను, టెన్షన్ పడాల్సిన అవసరం అయితే లేదు. తెలుగు బుక్ కూడా ఉంది, చైల్డ్ డెవలప్మెంట్, దాంతోపాటు అది కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను కంపల్సరీ. How we categorize the gender as social construct. So gender is a social construct in their Gender parity, that means there will be equality between men and women. Gender discrimination, unequal treatment. Gender bias, impact according to sex to one side or the another side. Gender stereotyping, boy can't cry, girl can't do the job. So these are the some of the myth which was created by human natures. Gender equalities, unequal treatment, and the last especially gender stereotyping. Boys can't cry and girls cry. So this is the major myth which has been we are seeing in our daily life surrounded to us. So it is not at all correct. It is not at all correct. Next, sex biology construct as well as gender social construct. We are having two types of construct. One is sex biological construct, second one is the gender social construct. Simone de Beauvoir, Simone de Beauvoir is made of the gender roles. Simone de Beauvoir. So gender role typing, infancy, childhood and adolescence. So Simone already made the gender role of typing as infancy, childhood as well as adolescence. In the agents who are going to come next, the agents are family, marriage, media and education. The first one is, so children those who are acquired in the gender roles throughout the following culture, socialization as well as media. The second is society, which determines the role of the females and males gender as a construct. So society is going to decide. Widely held belief about typified characteristics deemed appropriate for different sexes in the societies are referred to with the gender stereotypes. So widely held belief about typified characteristics are deemed appropriate for different sexes in the society. Different kinds of people, which are those who are having different kinds of people are having different kinds of characteristics. Different kinds of people are having different kinds of characteristics. Jocelyn said hi. Hello. Jocelyn said, oh, hello. Yes. Now see, associating toys, articles of clothing, household items, clothes, colors with a specific sex is a demonstration of gender stereotyping. So what are the soccer? Associating toys, articles of clothing, household item, course, colors with specific sex is a demonstration of gender stereotyping. In the gender stereotyping, what we are going to show, there are toys, articles of clothing, household items, course, colors with specific gender differences which has been demonstrated. Hi. Jocelyn said hi. Hello, ma'am. Yes. So those who will show more interest in reading the books, they are having the good knowledge, as we know that read towards the getting a good knowledge. So gender discrimination in a classroom may lead to diminished efforts or performance of the student. So in the class itself, the teacher has to tell to the students, the teacher has to inform the students that, so what is the difference between the gender equalities. So teacher has to take a part in this one compulsory. Next, Educational implications. So what are the educational implications? Are the gender neutral languages, the gender parity, for example, camera person. So here in the marriages, the camera person has to speak both to the bride side as well as to the groom side. So he has to keep concentration on both the sides, which is called as bride side as well as the groom side. Next, counter gender stereotypes or non-traditional rules. Non-traditional rules, most of the following will non-traditional rules. For example, as females, there is a police and bus drivers, male chef or homemakers. So people will immediately speak out due to this myth, when most of the myth were created by the human nature, as I said. So due to the gender equality, what they'll say, you are a woman, why you are doing manual? You are a man, why you are doing woman? So here we cannot tell them that you have to do this specific, you have to enter into this specific word, or you have to do specific what is mentioned for the male as well as, it is not like that. So everyone is capable of everything. So people can do effortless of works, either it may be in any way, people can able to do the work. Next, examples of stereotypes. What are the examples of stereotypes? Girls solo song competition, women as a teacher and maid, girls dolls and boys and girls football, males doctors and planners, chairperson instead of chairperson, gender free languages which are included in this one. Yes. So as I said, the next one is very important, that is called as Piaget theory. Piaget theory, so which is a very important class for each and everyone. Definitely we are going to get a question from the Piaget theory. Yes. Piaget theory. Piaget theory is a comprehensive theory that nature of child development. So the Piaget theory will explain about the child development. This was the first created by the Swiss development psychologist. So Jean Piaget, which was developed, this Piaget theory was firstly developed by the Swiss psychologist Jean Piaget. The Piaget theory deals with the nature of knowledge itself and how humans gradually come to acquire and construct and use their knowledge. How the people are going to use this knowledge, that is included in this one. The next one is the father of child psychology. Who is the father of child psychology? That will depend on the cognitive development. The little scientist, child can think, little scientist, child can think, inquire, construct knowledge through activity. So very at the age of the very small age, the students can able to think, and they can able to inquire, and they can able to construct the knowledge which they need. Yes. Next, father of child psychology. So what is the important one from the Piaget theory is schema. Schema, which is a mental framework or pockets or information and mental structures we put our knowledges. స్కీమా ఏం చెప్తుందంటే మనం ఏదైతే ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ చేస్తామో దాని ద్వారా మనం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండ్ మెంటల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ కాబట్టి ఏదైతే మనం నాలెడ్జ్ టోటల్లీ యూజ్ చేస్తాం నేర్చుకోవడానికి, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎ స్కీమా. నెక్స్ట్, అసిమిలేషన్, ద ప్రాసెస్ through which we take in a new information or experience and fit them in our existing ideas. అసిమిలేషన్ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే మనకి ఏదైతే కొత్త ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుందో, మనకి ఏదైతే ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అవుతుందో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లైక్ మనకి ఏదైనా సంఘటన ఏదైనా జరిగిన తర్వాత కానీ మనకు తెలిసిరాదు కదా, ఇలా ఉంటే ఇలా చేయాలి, ఇలా ఉంటే ఇలా చేయాలి, ఇంకోసారి ఈ మిస్టేక్స్ అని రిపీట్ చేయాలి. సో ద మిస్టేక్స్ విచ్ వాస్ కవర్డ్ త్రూ ద ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ times, that we are going to use as a positive thing, that we are going to put it in the next one, so that we can make a proper way. Next, cognitive equilibrium, a state of balance between the individual mental schema and the external environmental, that is called as cognitive equilibrium. So ఈ cognitive equilibrium ఏమంటుందంటే, సో what we are balancing our ఇండివిజువల్ మెంటల్ స్కిల్స్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్. సో మనం ఎప్పుడైనా మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు మనతో పాటు నలుగురు ఉన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళ నుంచి మనకు వచ్చే ఐడియాస్ ఏంది, సో ఇమీడియట్గా మనం రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వడానికి కుదరదు. ఫస్ట్, వైల్ స్పీకింగ్ టు అదర్ పర్సన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ what the other person is trying to explain to us, so how he is going to convince to us, so that is the most important thing. Next one, accommodation, the process which new information or experience causes the brain to modify existing schema. సో ఏదైతే కొత్త ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కానీ గతంలో చేసిన పనుల వల్ల మనకు వచ్చిన ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ని కానీ వాటన్నిటిని వాడి ఇప్పుడు ఏదైతే నడుస్తుందో దాంట్లో ఎలాంటి తప్పులు చేయకుండా ఉండడానికి, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అకామిడేషన్. సో ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ అడాప్టేషన్, అసిమిలేషన్ ప్లస్ అకామిడేషన్. చైల్డ్ కెన్ థింక్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వేస్. సో పిల్లలు డిఫరెంట్ వేస్లో థింక్ చేయగలుగుతారు, పెద్దవాళ్ళ కంటే ఇంకా చాలా బాగా అద్భుతాలు చేయగలుగుతారు. క్వాంటిటీ సేమ్ బట్ క్వాలిటీ ఈజ్ డిఫరెంట్. వాళ్ళు ఆలోచించే విధానం వేరేగా ఉంటుంది, మనం ఆలోచించే విధానం డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. థాట్ ప్రొసీడ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్. Piaget theory will explain different types of stages. First one is the sensory motor. సెన్సరీ మోటార్ స్టేజ్ అనగా ఏంటంటే, పుట్టిన బిడ్డ నుంచి 2 సంవత్సరాలు ఎదిగేంత వరకు సో పిల్లల సైకాలజీ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, బిట్వీన్ యాజ్ ఎ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ ఫాదర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద birth of the date to 6 months. So you can see lot of changes in the child, in the baby child. So lot of difference you can see when it reaches to 0 to 3 months. There is a lot of sleep is required for the child. From 3 to 6 months child can able to do some actions. From 6 to 1 year the child is going to crawl and the child is able to stand by himself. From 1 year to 2 years he will take a stand by himself. He will try to interact between the family members, those who are present. Next, the second is the pre-operational stage, which is 2 to 7 years. So which is a very important stage for the child. where the child can able to adapt more knowledge. The child can able to show his talent, and at the age of pre-operation, the child has a very good memory of acquiring some knowledge through the signal, through the language, to the prayer group, those who are talking to each other, what he can able to see. Yes, these are the three aspects that occur in these stages from the 2 years to the 7 years. So let me see what are the three things. So what are the three things which you are going to acquire in this one? In the symbolic ABC, for example, learning like 1 2 3s. Learning like 1 2 3s. Egocentrism. This stage is a child cannot think from other viewpoint. What he can able to think, that one only is going to explain. He doesn't have that much knowledge to think in various types. The second one is animism, a term which describes the phenomenon that children think toys are real and similar to humans. Yes. So from the age where is child age, they think that the humans are just like the toys. How they play with the toys, they are going to play with the parents. Second, third one is the centration, the tendency to focus only on one aspect of a situation and neglect the other possibilities. So when the child is likes to play with the toy and he forgets to eat his food also, that is called as centration. The causes and effect. Clothes dry faster in the sun, child seems hot of sun. Yes, the child seems hot in the sun, where but the clothes will dry very fastly in the sunlight. The third stage is called as concentrate operational. From 7 years to 12 years, students can able to build their started thinking by themselves. They want to put it their own ideas, so they try to explain and they try to make it possible. The fifth one is the formal operation. After 12 years, when there is a little maturity where they'll get, and as I said, the age from the 13 years to 19 years, which is very very important for the children's, for the parents also, the in which direction the child is going to be, that is also we have to keep concentration more. So this is full about the Piaget theory. Piaget theory is a theory which is based on the child development. This was previously developed by the Jean Piaget, Swiss development psychologist called Jean Piaget he made. So after that it was continued by the Piaget theory with the 4 stages: sensor motor, pre-operation, concentric operation, and formal operations. Enter this one, the most important words which you have to keep concentration is a schema, assimilation, cognitive equilibrium, accommodation, and adaptation. So these are the things which you have to keep in our mind compulsory. And the next page, so this is the next class is the and the one another important is Lawrence Kohlberg theory of moral development, which is a very 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 important. Kohlberg theory, every time they are going to ask in the question, one question compulsory. Piaget theory or Kohlberg theory, we are going to get 1 or 2 questions compulsory. As I said, no, writing the question papers, 1 or 2 questions you will get compulsory from the Piaget theory or the Lawrence Kohlberg theory. So Lawrence Kohlberg theory, which depend upon the moral development, which is associated with the maturity and moral maturity. Moral development, the development of the ability, to distinguish between the right or wrong, which is right, which are wrong. We are having 6 different stages. The Lawrence Kohlberg theory of moral development made six different stages. The first stage is level of one is Colbert theory, that is pre-conventional level from 3 to 7 years or 4 to 10 years, which depend upon the student. Pre-conventional level, that is controlled by the external rewards and punishment, no self morality. So the stages we are having two stages. One is avoiding punishment, self-interest, instructional purpose, orientation, individual. So punishment, that is the, I didn't say that is the wrong method, but most of the times try to avoid giving punishments. Good results in prize agreement. In this stage, children make choices to avoid punishment from mostly parents. Most of the time students will do some mistakes, so parent has to guide the child that what is the correct and what is the wrong. If you show the difference between whether if it does any mistake also, try to we have to explain that which one. So you did this one, so if you do like this will happen, so better to think in another way. So try to mold the students into the correct directions. The level second is conventional, the conventional age, which is from 8 years to the 13 years or 10 years to 13. The internal standards are imposed by others. So here there is a chances that child can immediately they will believe what the others are trying to do. Yeah, they will follow others easily. The third one is the level of Kohlberg theory is post-conventional. Adult or morality is internal, not based on external standards. Yes, which is depend on social construct and its universal principle. Social construct is nothing but individual right and self-chosen. At this age, student can able to think and take a decision by themselves, not totally, especially when it comes to the education purpose. What the dreams, the thoughts, and the goals thereby set by in these ages only. Next, critics, not applicable in all cultures. So what are the critics not applicable in all culture? Hypothetical situation, that is accident of family members plus UPSC exam, that is a hypothetical situation which they have to face. That's the next one is a biased samples, only males, and criticism by Carlo Gilligan. Next, women's care perspective not explained. So this is about the Kohlberg theory. So totally 6 different stages. First one is a stage is avoiding punishment. Second one is the self interest, instrumental purpose, orientation, individual and exchange. And the third one is the good boy attitude. And the fourth one is the law and order morality. So good is doing one's duty in this stage of children's decision making what the law says. The fifth one is the social construct, and the sixth one is the universal principle, freedom fighters and social reinforcement. Those you can take the examples for the as I said, Piaget theory, Kohlberg theory, and this one more is there. This is the topic, last topic, which I am going to explain today. That is about the Lev Vygotsky theory of social development, which is very important. In this Vygotsky, there is the involvement of language, there is the involvement of the culture, and that there is involvement of social interactions. Scaffolding, it is support given during the learning process which is tailored to the need of the students with the intention of helping the students to achieve his or her learning goals. So nothing but support has to be there should be a support for the students, compulsory. There should be support for the students compulsory, that the entire, so current level of performance of potential level of performance, giving prompt clues, asking questions as a critical junctures or scaffolding. So which I have underlined, please go through for it compulsory. More knowledgeable others, may more knowledgeable us, the more knowledgeable others can be any person or anything which is child gains support in the appropriate level. At the stages, at the stages, how the stages are going to be increasing, so child needs some support and child needs some guidance. The second one is the socio-cultural theory, as a socio-cultural interaction and dependency of the more knowledgeable others. Vygotsky theory, also known as the socio-cultural theory of development, and the culture which makes us to maintain some, to know about what is, what we are, where we are from, and what is our culture. That is the most important. The next one is the zone of proximal development. So zone of the proximal development, it is defined as the range that children can achieve with the help of guidance but cannot yet perform independently. They cannot perform independently. The next one is the social speech. Social speech, which comes under 2 years onwards, used, children are used to interact with the environmental as the parent, peer group, as well as the teachers from the starting of the 2 years. Next, private of ego-centered speech from 3 to 7 years. It is a positive sign in children's, healthy sign of development. So it is a positive. Don't think that it is a egocentric, means there is no ego in this one. Ego is not there here. So the brain development of the children from the 3 years to the 7 years, healthy sign of development. The child is thinking a lot to direct the actions and the behavior. Next, inner speech. What is mean by inner speech? Inner speech, it is a silent form of speech where the child thinks but wouldn't speak out. Children can think but he is unable to speak out. He will think but he is unable to put it outside due to his mental conditions. See, example, mental mass, thought connected with words. It is the voice inside your head when you self talk. Or what is the role of play? It body movements, explorative discover, act, creating art and music. So it's an exploration of the discovery of the art, music, symbolic make believes, role plays affected what we played when we are in children, according to law of ICT. So the practical knowledge will use the action plan will shows more effect on the children's than the see than the visualization. Games, languages and social domain development, doctor, emotional development, cricket, physical and cognitive development. According to what you are going to do, according to Vygotsky, learning is a social activity. Learning is a process of meaning making by active engagement. Basic mental capacities are transformed into higher cognitive process primarily throughout the social interactions. Influence of social and cultural control on the child thinking. Influence of social child thinking theory implies collaborative problem solving. Cognitive apprehensionship may be a part of constructive learning situation. Reciprocal teaching is based on Vygotsky social culture. Very important. What is the reciprocal teaching based on? Biological aspects of development get neglected. Culture and languages play a crucial role in development. So here zone of proximal development is scaffolding, and you can go for the YouTube our channel, that is MKO. What can I do? What I can do with help? What I can't do? So these are the three different sides which we are going to involve in this. Yes. Still there are a lot of classes which you have to be uh, so the next class is critical perspectives of construct of intelligence of objectives. What intelligence can do, what intelligence is not. And the psychologist who was involved in this making getting theory about the intelligence. So we are going to conduct the next class of this one. So thank you everyone.